What is up, GBA Nation? My name is Mike Weber, aka Lil Web, joined by the media director.
It is me, Sean, aka Sean.
And you are just now joining into the Sean and Web show. And Sean, the reason why we have these Eclipse glasses is because this weekend we had a very eventful weekend with not only the Eclipse, but with a very bright and very bright events that we had to see.
Oh man, it was a weekend full of events. In fact, I can't see a dang thing. All right, now that I can see a little bit better, we had the Brandie Hoskins Classic, and we also had the Spring Kick-Off. It couldn't have been a better weekend. We had a global event happen, and two major basketball events that should have been global events, but just as well. Let's talk about it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First off, the Brandie Hoskins Classic, of course, named by the one and only Brandie Hoskins, a legend in the Ohio area. If many of you know her, she played at Ohio State, really great player, and then went on to play pro, did very well there. And Sean, you actually got to meet her. How was that?
You know what? It was a great experience again. This is the third year, I believe, that I'm able to cover the Brandie Hoskins Classic, and Brandie is a giving person, beautiful soul, beautiful human being, loves kids, passionate about what she's doing, and she has a story that should make any kid follow their dreams. How was the Spring Kickoff?
Oh yeah, the Spring Kick-Off, it was really cool. I was only there for Sunday because Saturday I had other plans, but that championship Sunday was very fun. And by the way, it was held at Olentangy, Berlin, which is kind of a brand new school a little bit. It opened up back in 2018. So that was very interesting to see that. And yeah, decided to take a little bit of a tour of there. And they even had a nice little sesh stand selling some homemade kelp horn. So had to me a couple bites of those before heading home. So as always, it was really good.
Kettle corn is awesome. I'm glad that you had to get some. You got an opportunity to get some. GBA Nation, I didn't get any.
Definitely. Whenever there's like homemade kelp corn being made at some event, you gotta eat yourself some. So it's really good. And the event, like I said, overall, really great. Nothing but positive feedback. So yeah, very awesome.
Good. Love to hear that, man. Let's talk about some basketball, shall we?
Oh yeah, like this upcoming weekend, we actually got not one, not two, not three, but 4 events for this weekend. The first one we got is the 10th annual GBA State Championships, and then we also got the 17th annual Rio Grande Classic, and we got the 11th annual Panther Classic, which this time is being held at Ohio Dominican University. So one of our college campus events. And then finally, we got the 15th annual Owens Express Classic, which is our one and only event up in around the Toledo area. So should be a really great weekend, being all spread out all across the state of Ohio. So it's gonna be interesting.
It's definitely going to be interesting, man. We got a weekend of 4 events, in which 3 of them are at college campuses on college universities. Owens Community College, Ohio Dominican, and then also Rio Grande. Going to be a great weekend. The GBA State Championships always goes down. It's going to be basketball, man, everywhere. Y'all don't want to miss this.
Oh yeah, this weekend is going to be our busiest weekend of the year. So, and that also just means that we're only halfway through the season, and there's plenty more of these events coming up, and we cannot wait to see a bunch of you guys there balling out and supporting these girls.
Indeed. I think we're dribbling into week 6. The GBA season is definitely picking up, heating up. It's been a blast. The top 5 plays from week to week has been stepping up. We've been seeing some of the same usual suspects rising to the top. We've been seeing new kids doing new things, doing great things. So it's been a great season so far, man, and can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then also, like we said before, this week was also a global event as we got to see the solar eclipse, and some of us actually got to see it's either on the edge of the path of totality or right in the middle of the path. Sean, what did you think about the solar eclipse?
I'm still kind of speechless about it. Definitely fascinated by, this is just my opinion, God's wonders, man. That solar eclipse, I didn't get a chance to see it in its totality. I looked up from my backyard, and I was able to see it till just a little bit of sliver was just, the sliver of the sun was showing, but it was awesome, man. I heard that you had a pretty great view.
Oh yeah, me and my family decided to go up to the Akron, Canton area at this air museum to watch it. We were like right on the edge of the path of totality, like right inside that edge. Once it got to like the total part for like a couple minutes, it was just in awe of like just being able to see that. Because like when you got to take off the solar eclipse glasses and like finally see the total, it was just amazing. Like if you look closely at the sun, you can see like some solar flares from it. So it was just amazing to see that. And it was also fitting because the event, the people who were running the event, they were playing a bunch of music, and once the total eclipse happened, they were playing Dark Side of the Moon. If any of you guys have listened to that, if you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend it. And then another song that they started playing was right when the moon was starting to pass away from the total parts. They started playing Here Comes the Sun. So it was very fitting music. It changes in there, and yeah, just overall the event was amazing. And if you ever get the chance to see the total eclipse, like being in the path of it, I highly recommend it. It's very amazing, like something that you'll never forget.
Yeah, it's definitely a once in a lifetime event for some people. The next one that's coming through Ohio is supposed to be 2099.
Yeah,
that is a while away. I don't know if I'll still be around for that one. However, though, to be able to experience it was second to none, man. I'm still just kind of blown away by just how much the sun, how bright of a star it is, man. Even with the moon covering it up almost 98%, it was still blinding to be able to look up there and try to see it. Good thing we got those glasses, man. But again, man, this is something that I'll never forget.
Absolutely. Like, yeah, that's the reason why my family and I decided to be in the path of total, is because we knew this is something that we'll never forget. So yeah, so it was very amazing to witness that.
But at the end of the day, I was just so happy and relieved that when the moon got in the way of the sun, there was no like alien outbreak and people just didn't start turning into werewolves and the zombie apocalypse didn't happen. That's my joke of the day.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. And also, another event that we had happen this weekend was the wrap-up of March Madness, which leads us into our final March Madness recap. And boy, like we said in the very beginning of March Madness, we hope that this would end a culmination of some of the best basketball ever. And boy, did it, especially on the women's side. Because, like, women's side, you had South Carolina versus NC State, undefeated South Carolina, as they should, end up beating NC State. And, yeah, hats off to NC State, though, making it that far. But then you had Iowa versus UConn, which was a spectacle, probably the best March Madness game of the year. And it even brought in a lot of viewers, as it brought in 17 million viewers. That is just unheard of.
Wow, and wow. I'm not shocked nor surprised, given the recent success of Caitlin Clark. I mean, not just Caitlin Clark. She made the headlines, but there was a lot of other kids that was out there just doing what they're supposed to do. It was exciting, man. Like you said, on both sides. Watching Purdue take on NC State, watching the battle of the bigs. Zach Edey, he's an animal. Can't wait to see what he does in the future. On the female side, the women's side, again, Iowa versus South Carolina was awesome because we got to watch some homegrown girls play from Ohio. And Gabby Marshall, everyone should know this by now, but Gabby Marshall, Sakima Walker, who's the 10, Columbus early Afrocentric, and also Bree Hall, who went to Wayne. So it was a great time watching them girls get out there and compete at the highest level, man. You saw it in high school. Now we saw it on the national stage at the college level.
Oh yeah, like it was so amazing there. And fun fact actually about the national championships, that Iowa versus South Carolina game has officially made it as the most viewed game of the year in basketball overall, because it brought in 18.7 million views, which is actually 4.7 million more views than what the men's national championship between Purdue and UConn brought in. So that's amazing to see this year the women's side going above the men's in viewership. Like, that was something that people thought was unheard of, but now that we finally got to see it, it's just so amazing and proves that the women's basketball scene is growing a lot.
Yeah, it is growing exponentially, man. To see the success and the popularity of the women's game, it doesn't surprise me. It's been a long time coming. The Hoopers previous to this, kind of paved the way, man. The game has evolved. Women are dunking now left and right. The ball handling, it rivals the guys. So, like, again, I am not surprised. Kudos to all the ladies, the young women that are out here hooping, whatever sport that you're choosing. Keep doing it, because I'm watching, and it seems like the rest of the world is watching too. So keep doing it. Good job.
Absolutely. And then also hats off to the men's Final Four teams. Unfortunately, NC State and Alabama, their nice runs to the Final Four came to an end, as we have to see DJ Burns up against Zach Edey. That was amazing to see two big guys going up against each other, and now we'll have to see where those two will go in the NBA draft. And then also we had for Alabama, Mark Sears, who, as we said before, started his career down at Ohio University, just about an hour and 40 minutes from here. And to see now him finally in recognition, I cannot wait to see where he goes in the future in the NBA.
It's definitely about to be exciting. The next few months is about to be exciting to see, where all the young ladies are going and the fellas are going, in terms of the next level, pre-draft evaluations and workouts. I'm excited, man, because it's their time.
Oh yeah, like in the WNBA, hey, like I heard that this is probably gonna be the best draft class we've seen ever for the WNBA. Because Caitlin Clark, who you already know, is gonna go to Indiana at number 1, but you also have Cameron Brace, then you also got Angel Reese in there too. There's so many of these great players that we cannot wait to see where they go in the future. And I've seen in some mock drafts, Angel Reese might be picked up by Minnesota, which, if that's the case, she'll get to see one of our good friends, who's a legend herself, a Hall of Famer, Katie Smith.
Absolutely. Katie Smith is definitely the Hall of Famer. Shout out to Katie Smith. We have her event coming up soon. The draft is going to be awesome. This is a deep draft class, obviously featuring Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. This is probably one of the better draft classes in a while. There was one, I think, 2000 and can't remember. I won't even go there. But the Kirsten Bells, cooking on. We got two marquee in that draft class. We had about 5 or 6. So, again, kudos, man, to where the game has evolved from. I'm excited again to see these headliners, where they're going to go. Shout out to them for making history this year.
Oh yeah, and we also cannot wait to see next year how big this women's basketball thing is, especially as you got page betters coming back for UConn, and then you got one of the freshmen, I think.
Cooks.
Yeah.
Yes, we got Cooks coming back from Iowa State, and we cannot overlook the USC Trojans, Miss Juju Watkins.
Yeah, Juju's probably gonna be. She's probably gonna be really good there at USC next year, and if they run into UConn, that's gonna be fireworks. Probably will be almost like how UConn versus Iowa was. So I cannot wait to see how next year goes, and I hope that everyone goes out to watch these Earls still in the NCAA next year and keep on breaking these records for attendance.
Absolutely. So I hope this is motivation to, our viewers, our listeners, man, because some of these girls we're talking about, again, started right here on this soil. Some of these girls we're talking about, I was able to see since they were like yay high, and the support system they had and the belief that they had in themselves. Look at them now. I mean, proof is in the pudding, man. So believe, work hard, have fun. Let's go.
Oh yeah, like you said, some of these Earls, they aim for our circuit, and now they're at the biggest stage there is. And that even reminds me, one of my good friends who played in GBA, she's now playing professional ball over in Australia. So yeah, so it's amazing to see some of these GBA Earls now making things happen at the college level and the professional level. So we hope that these Earls continue that on forward.
Absolutely, man. And that is an exciting stat, man. I mean, you can't argue it. Not all, but most of the young ladies that are where they're at now have come through the GBA circuit. And that is exciting because we, whether it's myself, you, staff members, community members, you got a chance to see these kids play and to see where they are now. Like I said, is awesome, Web. So kudos to everyone. Big ups to the state of Ohio. Keep representing.
Absolutely. And for GBA Nation, like we said, don't forget, this weekend we have not 3, but 4 events. And we cannot wait to see you guys at them. And in a couple weeks, we got one of our biggest events of the year, the K. Smith Classic. So we hope to see you guys then. We'll see you later, GBA Nation.